In order to add players and import rosters, you want to first go to the Live Cloud. Here you will see any players that have already been added to your Live Platform account. You can then go on to the right and press Add Player. You can either add single player or import from file. When you press Add Single Player, you select the coach name, then type in first, last name, and then you can choose to send the invitation by either using a phone number or an email. After you've entered in that information, you can then press Invite Player and it'll send an invite, and you'll see that it says that the player status has been invited, whereas existing players have active status because they have already been added in. You can then also import by uploading a file. So if you go up to the top right, you can download a template that will allow you to input the information in the way that we need it to associate it with a player. When you open up that template, it looks like this with first name, last name, and then email, country code, and phone number. In order to get them activated, we need either their email or their phone number so that they can click on the link and confirm the invitation. If you then go to the roster tab, it will take you to a screen where you can create a roster. And in order to do this, you press create roster and you can upload a picture for your team, you name the roster, and then you have all of the players that have already been added into your account are listed there. For each player that you would like to add to the roster, you press add next to their name. Once this is done, you can scroll down and enter in their jersey number. As you enter in each player's jersey number, the done button will populate, and you can save that number to each player, and then you can also go back and edit it if necessary, or delete the player from the roster. When you have finished putting in each player's number and adding players, and once you name the roster, you will be able to press the create roster button. When it finishes saving, you'll see it populate on the roster screen. On this screen, you have the option to either edit or delete the roster. If you need to go back in and edit to add more players or change jersey numbers or delete players from the roster, you can do so. You can also change the name and the profile picture again. In the top right, it'll let you know that your changes have been saved. You also want to make sure that your device is syncing to the cloud, which is what that top right green cloud will let you know. If you go back to the team tab, you can see which players are included on which rosters. If you then navigate back to the sessions tab, you can start a new session and find your paired field and click whatever session type that you would like. In this case, it'll be live on live. When you press continue, it'll ask you to select players, and you can choose individual players, or you can select the roster that we just created.